Hey gang, welcome back to Smitty Sells Cars, where I review cars so you don't have to. Today, I'm bringing you this 2010 Ford Expedition XLT with more miles than anybody wants to talk about. I mean, you could literally get 2 weeks out of this vehicle or 2 years. Nobody knows. That's the thrill of buying a used car. But don't go getting yourself all worked up. It's only $4,000 out the door, tax, tag, and title. From the outside, it's everything an Expedition is supposed to be. Big, square, and, slightly worn in. There are some loose body panels on here that flat out tell you this car's been through some things. But let's be honest, so have you. The headlights are a little cloudy, but that's not a problem. That's what's known in the car business as factory mood lighting. The tires are solid though, plenty of tread, which is great because buying a used SUV and immediately needing 4 tires is like ordering a burger at a restaurant and finding out fries are extra. Let's see what we got going on underneath. Well, it's surprisingly clean. No big rust patches, no flaky frame. If you've ever seen the underside of a northern SUV, you know that's not always the case. This one definitely has pretty solid bones, I must say. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Now, as far as the inside is concerned, we're rocking 254,997 miles. Sweet Jesus. But you don't have any engine lights on, which is surprising for a Ford, especially a 2010 Expedition.
You think you hate it now, but wait till you drive it.
You do have an aftermarket radio, a little Pioneer CD player up here. AC is very cold and on high right now, so I know it's a little bit noisy, but it's over 100 degrees here in Central Florida, and Smitty's old. Now, you are rocking tan leather interior in here, and you do have that power folding third row, which is kind of nice. But the interior overall in this vehicle, I would say, is a strong 5 out of 10. There's definitely some areas of, mishigas. So I definitely would not tell you this interior is first date kind of material. But as far as hauling around, your goofy friends and stuff, you'll be absolutely fine. So was this thing a steal of a deal at $4,000? Hell, I don't know, you tell me. So you do have room to haul 7 or 8 people in this little monkey. And if you're not hauling 7 or 8 people, just fold the seats down. Look at that. And you got room for 47 bags of mulch, because we all know on the weekends you're a professional landscaper. Hallelujah! Let's see what's going on under the hood. Freshly cleaned. Look at all that engine dressing, would you? Just look at all the engine dressing on that thing. Spick and span. So what do you got under the hood? Well, you got Ford's Triton V8, the 5.4 liter, which is Ford's way of saying, hey, it'll tow your boat, maybe your friend's boat. It's definitely not going to pass many gas stations. It's definitely not going to win any kind of drag races. And with any luck, it'll outlast most home appliances. But let's run this thing up the street and see how she sounds and shifts. So it's driving out just the way a 2010 should. I mean, suspension is not the best. It's definitely not the worst by any stretch. I think the Tahoe that we just had in, the 07 definitely drove a little bit better suspension-wise, but this is not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. And you got to remember, this thing's got 250,000 miles of life experience on it. So, it's seen better days. Let's see how it does in the turn here. Let's do a big... Wow, a lot tighter than I expected. I thought that thing was going to make a racket and I would feel all sorts of lean, but I gotta say, it turned amazing. I'm shocked. Yeah, it's definitely got some power, this V8. And I like how high you're sitting up off the road. I mean, you can see way far out. You can almost see into the future. Yeah, definitely drove out very nice. One other thing I just noticed on the test drive is the AC only works on the highest setting. So I had to go on to 4. So I know it's noisy, I guess, in this whole video, but shit, it is what it is, right? At least we have cold air. Yeah, the thing turns on a dime. I can't believe it. All right, so is it an absolute steal for $4,000 out the door? I have no idea in hell. But what I do know is anytime we get one of these vehicles, our phone rings off the hook and people run down here to buy one. Is it something I'm in love with? Absolutely not. But I'm not the one that has to drive it every day. So if you have questions on this 2010 Ford Expedition with 250,000 miles, reach out to me. Shoot me an email right here. I'll get back to you. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Kind of like a golden retriever that just won't slow down. Kind of like a what the fuck? Where did that come from? Terrible. So I definitely would not tell you this interior is first date kind of material. But as far as hauling around, you know, your goofy friends and stuff, you'll be absolutely fine. And best of all, probably about 12 cup holders in this thing. I mean, Ford knows their audience. So under the hood, you're rocking everybody's favorite. The 5.4 Triton V8.